What is up, everyone? 2.5 hours of sleep, cap 1 here. I said that I was going to be making more content about Warmog's Rush Singed, and this is it. So this game, for context, is a game that I played versus a semi-pro, I'm not sure, Academy top laner, 900 LP Challenger top laner named Philip. He plays for, like, FlyQuest Academy, I don't know, FlyQuest Academy or something like that. But the important thing is that I had a solid Warmog's Rush game. Obviously, if you guys aren't aware, Warmog's Rush, the runes are going to be versus melee champions, Grasp, Demolish, Second Wind, Overgrowth, Celerity, and then your second sorcery rune, I go Celerity because of the movement speed bonus, but secondary sorcery tree rune can be anything that you prefer. Nimbus Cloak, Gathering Storm is really good here as well if you don't like Scorch into a matchup. Scorch does give you early agency against champions that lack sustain, such as Skarner. Scorch can be very strong against non-sustain champions, melee champions, but against sustain melee champions, I don't think it's quite as good. But fun fact here, guys. Warmog's Rush in Diamond Plus and Master Plus is currently the highest win rate Singed first item. The pick rate is about 6 or 7%, so lower than Leandry's and Rylai's, but it is higher win rate than both of them. So this game, I'm playing versus Academy top laner. There are multiple challengers in this game. I think their enemy jungler, the Viego, is was it Dardoch? I believe it's a Dardoch. And then the Silas, Zeri, and Straka are all GM. My Warwick is Challenger, my Echo is Challenger, my Warwick Jungle, my Echo Mid is Challenger. I have Zven as my ADC, and then Tempest is Challenger as well. So this is a super high level lobby. I did int a little bit, or I guess speed a little bit at the start of the game, but I think you guys will see that even though I died it at the start of the game is super playable because of the amount of gold that I get after finishing Warmogs, and after just the amount of gold I get leads to me doing a ton of damage and carrying. So I actually have the second highest damage on my team, even though right after Zven. Actually, the second highest damage on my team, even though I started the game with a tank item, which is awesome. Yeah, super hyped on the Warmog's Rush. I don't know if we should be doing Warmog's Rush into every matchup, but it never feels bad, I think, is the interesting part. Like, some games, it does actually feel bad to have AP, because you feel so squishy, but with Warmog's Rush, even though you don't have damage, like, it never feels bad to have it. Also, Scorch is quite decent in Skarner here, because it also breaks his shield, or it applies after his shield is broken, because there's, like, the 1 second delay or whatever. Taking a bit of damage here on this trade, which is a little unfortunate, but get a turret shot, which is quite nice. I still have TP up in case I need to use it. But I'll show my items every so often in these replay reviews. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I told you guys I would be making a higher elo content piece about Warmog's Rushing, and this is the game where I played it that really convinced me that this item setup and strat setup is super viable on Singed. Because I managed to, like, my team started arguing with each other, they started tilting, they started getting mad at each other. My bot lane especially was arguing a lot. So here, just linking Skarner into my Warwick for the gank, put W down so he can't jump away. I do end up dying for it, but then Warwick secures the kill. Very nice. So 1 for 1, Skarner gets a kill, and then Warwick gets a kill. Here on my back, I am buying boots as well as refill. I think I had refill earlier, but now I have boots and refill. And then Skarner has a giant spell, so he's already item-wise doing quite well compared to me, but again, I managed to pull it back really hard this game, and I'm excited to show you guys that. Let me just turn in-game music on. I actually quite like the, the in-game music sometimes for videos like this. I could put on, like, game chops or something too, but for now, let's do in-game music. We'll do some throwback finish cap content, put on the game chops again. That'll be fun, huh? So right now, all I'm trying to do is just push this wave in. I know Skarner is level 6, that puts me in danger. I don't want to overcommit for the wave, but also don't want to get the cannon. End up getting pushed in the turret here, and then I am dead. So, unlucky. I didn't think he would kill me from that HP, but he managed to slam me into the wall and then ult me, and then it's just a lot of damage. Skarner's passive stacks up on you as well. So when that happens, it's just not a great time because his passive does decent dot damage. He's getting nerfed this patch though, so with this setup, you do want to go Swifties, because Swifties plus Warmogs is a lot of movement speed. The build path that I go generally with this is going to be Swiftness Boots into Moonplate, into Giant Spelt, then finish Warmogs afterwards. You can also run this setup without Grasp, by the way. So here, I'm just going to take a little goofling on Skarner. He takes 2 turret shots here. I forget if I actually killed him for this. I don't know if I did. But, yeah, so he jumps through he jumps into the bush to recall. I can't really stop it. I do know his teleport is down, though, which is good for me, and he took a lot of damage, so he either has to back or he's going to be underneath his turret with no ult and lower HP and mana than what he probably should have for having that good of a laning phase so far. And he's taken 0 plates of mine, and then I'm going to take some plates of his here, I think. Did I? Okay. Yeah, I popped my R here to try and grab a plate. He slams into the wall, but I have ult going. This is also more usable because of Singe's ultimate buff, where they lower the cooldown of his R early on from 120 to 100. So you just have a few more ultimates early in the game. Here, gonna just use my ult stat to try and get this cannon. That is my main objective here. You can fling Skarner. Actually, Singed is the highest win rate champion against Skarner in top lane because you can fling him out of his E, and then you can fling him to reposition his R as well. Since they made his R not... You can't interrupt it. It's uninterruptible, but it's not unCCable. So I'm not going to say unstoppable, because it's technically not unstoppable, but it's uninterruptible, I think is a better way to say it. So here, I'm just recalling. I took a pretty big trade. Don't want to die to the Skarner on my turret. I do have Moonplate here, though, so I can run back to lane pretty quickly. What are my stats here? My stats, I have... How much movement speed? Where's my movement speed? Oh, right there. I'm so silly. 430 movement speed back to lane. Skarner does get a plate there. I believe he got this plate. Let me just rewind real fast to make sure he got it. Yeah, he gets this plate here. He does. He have a Demolish proc. But I'm running back to lane here, so it's just for reference. Let's see gold amounts right now. I think he should be pretty far ahead of me in gold. He's far ahead of me in CS as well, but by the end of the game, I completely outpaced his CSing. So here's Warwick fighting Skarner in the bush. Put W on Skarner, get a fling, poison, Scorch gets the kill, or auto gets the kill actually. Very nice. And now I know that Skarner has no TP and his ult is down, and I have 15 extra seconds to push this wave. So he is 3,400 gold. I am 3,000, so he's 400 ahead of me currently. But we'll see how close it is after this plate, because Demolish is going to come in clutch here. I've also been debating on playing this with Darkseal as well, for a little bit of extra AP early on, but I don't think you need it. I think Doran's Ring honestly by itself is enough. You do have to rely on your ultimate a little bit, but that's okay. Here comes some turret damage. Alright, let's see gold. So now I am almost even with the Skarner in gold. He is 3440, I am 3350, so I'm about 100 gold behind him. Which is absolutely crazy considering that he has a CS lead and a kill lead on me. But because I got turret plates are so valuable. I'm able to maintain a level of gold that I normally would not be able to have due to that Demolish Rune plus having HP early on. So here, we just look at proxy. I don't know exactly what's going on the map. Don't know who their team is. Unfortunately, I messed up there and I did miss one minion, which is my fault. And then I believe... yeah, I was just like nervous about this game because I haven't played in a Super Halo lobby like that. Well, I have, but I haven't played in a Super Halo lobby like this at the time with this build. I'm used to playing with AP heavy early on setups. This build is AP heavy later on, but not early on. So unfortunately, this Skarner does get a turret plate off that, I believe. Yeah, unlucky. That's, see, one minion missing in your proxy. Enemy top laners will just abuse that super fast in high elo games, especially Academy players. So you have very, very little room to mess up in games like this. So it can be a little bit nerve-wracking to play as well. It can be stressful. It can be definitely be very, very fucking tilting to playing games like this. But this was played offline. This was not played on stream. So I have a replay of it, but it is a low quality replay. So that's why I'm doing this from the replay system instead of doing it through an actual visual gameplay file. But in terms of gold, he is 4,100 gold, I am 3,900, so even though he has kills on me, I am doing decent in gold. I interrupt his dash with my W. I know he has ult, so I don't want to take too much damage here. Oh, he does ult me there. But I back out with my R. Very nice. I get most of that wave as well. So he has 4,200, I have 4,100, so even though he got a turret plate on me, I got a turret plate on him. I am down only 10 CS now, where I was down about 20 or 30 before. And my gold deficit is, like, it doesn't really exist. 100 gold, it does matter, but at the same time, like, it's not that big of a deal, so I am very, very happy with the current game state. It is feeling quite good. Don't want to stay too much longer. I don't have ult, and I don't know where Viego is, so that's why I need to recall there. Get the final Warmog component, which is going to be the bracer thing that gives regen. Crystalline Bracer. The health regen at this point doesn't matter at all. Flat HP is generally superior to health regen anyways for Singed, because you're not going to be laning for such a long time. Hopefully that you need the health regen, but that being said, it is still nice to have. I can't really do much to him here. I might go for a flame. No, I can't. He has Heartsteel too, so don't want to give him too much Heartsteel value. I'm pulling this wave away from the turret on purpose so he doesn't get a Demolish proc for free while I'm farming it, because I just don't know where exactly their jungler is either, so. Alright, well now I know where he is. He's on Void Grubs. And I could be in danger here, but I'm going to limit test a bit. I have a lot of HP. I have 2300 HP. He has 2700. So he has more HP than me for sure, especially because of Heartsteel. Giving, I think Heartsteel gives 900, but he gets extra because of his procs of it, yeah. Also, Skarner just, I think, has higher base HP than Singed. I could be wrong, though. Plus, there's a level up on me as well. It's just a lot of extra HP that he has. I think he has two health scaling shards as well, I believe, where I just have the one. Okay, he has flat health and health scaling, interesting, and I just have the one health scaling shard. Okay, don't know exactly where Skarner is. It could be recalling. He could have TP. I just have no way to know for sure. He's in lane. I'm just betting on the fact that I have too much health for him to deal with right now. Get a little goofling on him and run away. If he ults me into his turret, there is a high chance that I die there, so I just gotta be careful. I do have my ultimate available here, so I'm gonna look for a proxy. Okay, I see him coming through the wall there, so I just pop my ult immediately. Gonna turn poison off here to save mana for Fling. I know that his E is down for a little bit because he used it on me. I think I just actually walked away here, yeah. I just straight up walked away. Like, I lose the cannon, but again, the important part is that I'm crashing these waves in a turret, so he has a harder time bouncing them and getting value for it. Also now, I believe my Warmog is complete. Let's see gold numbers. He is 5,200 gold, I am 4,900, so he has a little bit of a lead on me again. But I do have Warmogs up now, so he really can't push my lane anymore. And this is really where this entire build turns on. You can see the enemy team has a pretty sizable lead over us as well. They have 6 grubs and they have a dragon. We have 1 dragon, but they have a kill lead as well. So it's looking a bit rough. I take a huge trade there, but it's fine because I can just heal up and I'm burning his resources down while I'm doing this, which is super good for me. So now I heal up to full HP. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look to try and stop his recall because I know he's super low on mana. You see that? I know his mana bar is super, super low. Plus, this next Demolish Proc will kill that turret. I stop his recall again. I know he has teleport up because I'm timing them. Stopped his back twice. Just forcing him to stay here, putting him into an uncomfortable position. He is being forced to farm without mana. He just used his E there as well. And forcing him to farm without mana is really good for me because he doesn't have a Doran's Ring, so he has lower health regen. I don't think he has mana flow band as far as I'm aware. I can check that if he has mana flow band. Let's see. Nope, no mana flow band. He has inspo secondary. So I actually pop my ult here for some AP and mana to push this wave. Either I take turret plates or I get his teleport. That's what I'm betting on here. So he's teleporting on that minion right there, I believe. Yep, no worries. But I do force his teleport, which is good. There's no dragon spawning soon, and there's no herald, so it's pretty safe for me to ult there. There's no lower likelihood that we're going to have a fight topside. Okay, so I back there because I just don't have enough mana. He's going to start pushing top. Currently, the gold, I think, is heavily in his favor. No, it's actually, I'm only 100 gold behind, but he does get a turret here, I think, so. But Warmog's out of combat movement speed is super strong. As you can see, I have 473 movements for him back to lane. He actually does not even get that turret. Here, I'm just taking stupid trades because I can. I can just heal up. Part of it also is like tilting the enemy as well because they see you taking these dumbass trades and they think that they want to kill you because they feel like they should be able to kill you and then they just can't, which is awesome. So I stopped his charge there with my W, fling him back. Soraka ults, separating from my Warwick so he can't ult both of us, then Skarner just dies. I know he has no teleport. I'm gonna take his turret here. Of course, in true Minish Cap style, I did lose my cannon, unfortunately. Also, the way that you choose between getting Faded Ashes or Haunting Eye second is that do you want wave clear or do you want champion damage? I tend to prioritize the wave clear, so I usually go Faded Ashes first, but if you need champion damage, if it's like a super high team fight game, then Haunting Eyes is going to be better because it does give you more champion damage over time. Alright, so after this turret and the assist, I am actually ahead of him in gold by 400, which is really silly. That's how important taking plates and turrets is. My demolish value is 2,100. His demolish value, I think, how much is his demolish value? Let's see. Is 2,100 as well. So we're about even on demolish. He's at 50 more demolish damage, but he also has more health than me currently. He has 33.7k. I have 3,100 health. And he will stack HP more. His damage scales off of his HP. Mine does not. But Warmog's does give movement speed, so survivability. And the longer that Singe lives, the more damage he deals technically as well. So Warmog's rushing is super good for that. And normally on a standard build, I'd have to recall here because I would have had low HP after all of that fighting. But because of Warmog's, I'm just going to be full. And I can prevent him from getting back into the game by taking a tempo turret, which is what he would normally do. He would normally want to attack my turret there and try and go for that for money. But he can't because I didn't have to recall there, right? So it's just preventing him from getting back into the game by, one, never being off the map, and two, preventing them from having comeback resources from macro wave bouncing and stuff like that, from abusing recall timers and whatnot. So I have teammates who are posturing in mid. Milio does get stunned. Zven's getting focused here. I TP in. As Zven gets out of the stun, I fling Viego away from him, and then we just run it through here. Rewind this a bit so you guys can see this fight a bit better from my perspective. So I'm actually curious, how much damage does Faded Ashes deal? I'm TPing in right here. For some reason the animation's not playing, but I am TPing here. And my immediate focus is to peel my AD carry, and then I know I'm tanky, I can run through their team here. Look at that grass damage on Zeri, by the way. That is certainly meaningful. Fling this rock into my team. Another grass proc on Skarner. Super nice part now is I can just run straight back top, which is what I immediately do. This is what I tend to do after team fights now, because I can. One, Warmog's out of combat. Again, huge movement speed. I have 515 movement speed with my ult running. Without ult, it's 473, I think. But just run straight to a lane, start farming it, and this just puts more pressure on Skarner the entire time as well, which is super awesome. My Warwick does die, unfortunately, but just macroing. I am now caught up in CS, basically. Yeah, 470 moves to that combat, so that plus 15% is so huge. Skarner is still not top yet, so I can potentially even deny him some value here. The nice part about Warmog as well is I can run into the tier 2, so it won't freeze on me as well, because I can just regen that HP up. And now I'm completely even with Skarner in CS. Let's check it. Gold values. I am I'm 800 gold ahead of Skarner. I'm pressuring this tier 2. They are attacking my mid tier 1, but I know my ult is down, so I can't do much about that anyways, so I'm prioritizing attacking this tier 2. I got the tier 2 to less than half HP so far. Enemy team is also missing pinging me. They're noticing me split pushing here. They're probably not very happy about that. I know the dragon is up, and I'm pinging my team away from it because I know I can't help for the dragon. That's why I'm focusing this. Unfortunately, my team does fight over dragon, even though I ping them back while I'm doing this. I get 700 gold injection from the tier 2 turrets, and I'm 8,500 gold while Skarner is 7,000, so I'm 1,500 gold ahead of him while only having 1 kill, just for macro play. So my team's having a little bit rough time here. They do lose the skirmish, unfortunately, and Skarner is over here, but I get, I think, another demolish proc on this turret here. And I think this demolish proc was a bit of a mistake, but I do get the damage at least. Zven is raging at my Warwick. I knock him out of his dash here. I should have ran right and gone over the wall with this plant here, but that's my fault. So sadly, I think I do drop here. If I played that perfectly, I could have lived. Yeah, I could have lived, but I have 8,700 gold. Skarner has 7,100, so just a massive gold lead from macroing, which is super good. And the way I'm playing, I know that I couldn't get to that fight anyways. That's why I wanted to ping my team back. If my team didn't fight that, we would have been skyrocketed ahead in gold. My team is ahead in gold currently because of all the gold that I'm generating, which is super good for them. But yeah, just a little bit rough, unfortunately, that fight. But Leandry's is completed now. Skarner does take this top turret here. And I think he just runs out with this. I think my Warwick wanted to kill it, but yeah, Skarner is gone. All good. Okay, so Leanders is done. How much gold does he have? He has 7,700. I have 8,800. So I'm still, even after him getting that turret, I'm still 1,100 gold ahead of him, which is super, super good. I have another Haunting guys here as well from all the gold that I got from taking tier 2. And this is the nice thing about Singed with Warmogs, is normally you cannot attack tier 2 turrets as Singed. It's super hard normally because you don't have a lot of attack speed. or auto resets on Singed, but with this Demolisher Warmog setup, you are able to reliably take tier 2 turrets and tier 3 turrets, which is super, super, super nice. It makes you more of a side lane threat, which a top laner needs to be a side lane threat. You need to be able to be unkillable and draw pressure, or take turrets. If you're Camille, you can do both, or any normal top laner can do both, but Singed can normally not do both. So team is fighting bot side. I don't know if Skarner is TPing down there or not. My TP is down, so I'm just not going yet. Right here, what I'm doing is I'm looking at mid lane. So my team actually, I think, do they kill him? He lives, unfortunately, but I am pushing mid super hard. I'm just macroing here, trying to get value wherever I can. I walk over here because I have a little bit of a flank. Hide this. I fling the Skarner to mess up his ult there, which is super good. I have a lot of HP to tank in the turret, last at the Skarner there, run away with my Warmogs, and here again, guys, here again. This is where value comes in. This is where big, big, big value happens. So run bottom, Warmogs is healing me up, get there super quickly because of the movement speed. Heal it up, macro the wave, heal it up, macro the wave. I am now going to be 20 CS up on Skarner, which should also lead to more gold up. He is 8,070 gold. I am at almost 10k. So I have almost a 2k gold lead on Skarner here. It's actually closer to 1,800, but Demolish proc this turret. Demolish hit super hard. How much was that Demolish? Let's see. Demolish this turret. This turret is 3,300 HP. Let's see the Demolish. Well, 31 when I hit it. 1,000 damage Demolish here at 22 minutes is absolutely crazy. Absolutely wild. And again, it's okay if I take turret shots because I can just heal it up. And we're just attacking this tier 2. Their team is on Baron, unfortunately, which is a little bit rough. That sucks, but I am getting big value here. Like, I could have maybe TP'd, but my ult is down. We just probably should have had better control over it, and that's not something that I can control, right? Zven is raging, but I take tier 2 top, and they get Baron, so let's look at the gold after they get Baron. Well, right now, before they get Baron, I am 11k gold. He's 85, he's 8,300 before Baron, he's 8,600 after Baron. And so I have a 3,000 gold lead. I have a 3,200 gold lead from just macroing, guys. This is absolutely insane, considering that I died more in lane than he did, that I lower CS early. I have 3,000 more gold than him, and this is, again, an Academy semi-pro top laner that I am doing this to. Super, super big value, guys. Super valuable. So, Riftmaker, also, I want to show you guys this. Look at my AP value when I buy Riftmaker here. So, going back, I have how much AP? Going back, I have... Well, also, how fast am I getting items? That's crazy. He's on two items and a chain vest. I'm going to be on 3 full items. And my items are expensive, too. So, I have 129 AP with just the Haunting Guys. When I buy Riftmaker, because of the HP to AP conversion, 221. Absolutely insane. So I did the math. From Riftmaker, at this stage in the game, you get about 125 AP on that item, which is absolutely wild. And then next item will be a Death Cap. So, again, Skarner, 1,800 gold. I have 11,000, so I actually have the highest gold in the game. I'm higher gold than... Sorry, I'm second highest. I didn't see that the Viego had 11.6k. But I have the second highest gold in the game, which is absolutely insane considering that at this point in the game, Viego has 7 kills, 7 assists. I have 2 kills, 4 assists, so... Alright, looking at my team, posturing for Dragon. I do have teleport up, I do have ult up. But I always want to prio turrets here. My Warwick does get caught before Dragon, unfortunately. He's over here trying to look for a pre-flank, and then he dies unlucky. And then my team gets into a fight here that we probably shouldn't have taken. So I go up to attack tier 3 top. Demolish will hit for massive damage here. Let's look at the Demolish damage. Here it comes. 1,100 Demolish damage there. Just smack this turret. And then I will leave. So they do get Dragon unlucky, but I'm getting, again, gold value, gold value, gold value, gold value. I have 11.8k. I do force the Skarner Zonya's there, or the Silas Zonya's there. I want to fight more, but it's a bad looking fight. They get a Soraka ult too, so I just leave. It's no problem. W the Skarner so he can't chase me. Warmogs does kick in pretty soon too, so I am just completely out of there as well. Just start zooming away. Warmogs plus ult is 515 moves out of combat. getting closer to 16 as well. How much gold am I backing with here? I'm backing with 1230 gold here, so I actually do get a blasting one because I sell my potion for it. Or sorry, needlessly larger, which is plus 70 AP now in Season 14, which is super good for Singe because they just buffed their AP ratio on Q. Alright, so now I have 291 AP non-ulted. I'm about to hit level 16 here, so I'm out-leveling Skarner as well. And then my ult gives plus 100, so in a fight I'll have 391 AP here. This build gets way more AP as this game goes on too. It's pretty crazy. But I don't need the potion at all with Warmogs. I could have sold it earlier, but if you don't need to sell it, why sell it? Like if you don't have a spike coming up, so very nice. Just getting big value off this. More farming. Let's look at gold numbers. He is 10,000 gold. I am 12.5k. So I have a 2,500 gold lead from just macroing, which is absolutely... And they have a Baron too. Like technically he should be 300 more gold behind if they never got Baron. But yeah, it's just massive value. So here, just trying to clear wards, looking to rotate if I need to. I'm really massive at this point in the game. So if we need to fight, I'm down to fight. What is Viego is 13.5. So I'm 900 gold behind Viego because he got more kills there. But Viego also has just gotten a lot more fighting in than me as a jungler. So that is what it is. That's how it goes. I see Skarner here. All I'm doing here is just maintaining pressure on the lane while getting ready to teleport if I see something happening. I do see something happening top side, so here's this. I'm TPing in here, put W down onto Silas. Then I see my team fighting over here, so I see their support. I want to go for her, but the Viego is hitting me, so I want to peel the Viego off of myself, and I run at the Soraka. 391 AP here. Look at the grasp damage, by the way. Look at the grasp damage. Let's watch the grasp damage after this fight again. Kill with Soraka, run through, focus the Zeri. Huge fling, auto attack damage. Stop the Skarner from charging with my W there as well. Start damaging Viego. My fling unfortunately flings him towards my Warwick. I was hoping that fling would send him to the right. So unfortunately that didn't work out. And then unfortunately Viego does get a good old pentakill here. But that's okay. That's fine. I am scaling like a demon here. Let's look at the grass damage. I'm actually so curious how much this is dealing. So according to the tooltip, Grasp should be dealing 3.5% max health damage, and I have 4,300 HP. This Grasp should hit like a fucking truck on Soraka. Alright, so waiting for the charge up. Let's see what the damage is on her here. So she has 1,500 HP, 14. So the Grasp is hitting for like 250 damage here, which I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's very meaningful when you're already dealing a ton of damage with it. Then hit Grasp on Zeri here as well. Just 1340 HP. Grasp hits for 300 damage on her, actually. I guess because she has less MR than Soraka, so she gets melted by it. And every bit of HP I get, every level I get, the longer overgrowth stacks up, the more damage that Grasp will deal as well, which is awesome. Again, unfortunate Viego pentakill, but it is what it is. Sometimes game be like that. I have 14,000 gold now, so I have a 3,200 gold lead over the Skarner. The Viego does have 16k gold, but besides that, I have higher gold than everyone on their team, and I have the highest gold on my team. So the second and third highest gold champions in the game are on my team. And the fourth highest, actually. But I have a second needlessly large rod here. So now without ultimate running, I have 362 AP. Needlessly large rod giving 70 AP is such a nice buff. Because Singe Poison Troll was 90% in Season 11, 12, and 13. Nerfed to 80, but buffed back up to 85% ratio. So getting extra AP on your Death Cap build path is so nice. Baron is spawning soon. There's a chance I could be on it. But I'm pressuring bot lane. I do have Death Cap money here, I believe. It's why I'm backing. I have 1,300 gold, so I'm backing for Death Cap money. Look at the Death Cap spike here. Look at 362 AP on components to 489. Death Cap without my R is giving me 127 AP. And Riftmaker is giving a ton of value here as well. Alright, so we are posturing around Dragon. I'm big now. I'm absolutely massive. I do a lot of damage, which is super good. Gonna go over here and ward the Baron just in case they try to sneak it. I have a pink ward in my inventory because I have a lot of money. I can afford a pink or two. Why not? Alright, Silas jumps in, fling him, he gets bursted. Here I just run at the Soraka. Just run at the Soraka. I believe I get a grass proc on her here. So let's see the grass damage. 200 grass damage on her. She does have a decent amount of damage resistance. I fling the Skarner to reposition his ultimate so he misses my backline. So watch that. That's very important. And I want to illustrate something else as well this fight. So, I fling him so he misses his R. But I get focused down because I get hit by the R, but watch their health. Look how much damage I have dealt to them, even as I'm dying. They take so much damage that Viego cannot reset. They just get absolutely shit on. In the process of dying, I did so much damage that their whole team dies, which is absolutely massive. Warwick is doing Dragon during this fight, which is a little awkward. Man, I'm missing ping them a bunch, but yeah. Them focusing me and only me to prevent me from like going crazy in the fight doesn't even fully work because of the amount of damage that I am dealing with having these items is absolutely crazy. Level 14 Warwick fighting level 18 Viego. He wins it. Plus 1k gold on him as well. Picks up all these shards. Team goes to Baron here as well. How much AP do I have that fight, by the way? That's what I'm curious about. I think if Viego heals me, I get more AP as well because he has Staff of Flowing Water, but I have 624 AP with my ultimate. Deathcap is getting 162 bonus plus 140 off the item. So just a lot of AP, man. Just so much AP. And the amount of damage that I deal. Viego is collecting his soul inside of my poison as well. He is unstoppable, but not invulnerable to damage. He can still burn and die to dots and die to ignites and stuff like that while you're collecting Viego's passive thing. Just an absurd amount of gold. And my team was behind in gold. They're still a bit behind in gold. I think Warwick gets big value off this kill here, though. Then we get Baron, and we should be ahead in gold afterwards. Yeah, after Baron, we're ahead in gold for sure. I have 14.9k gold. Skarner has 11.2, so I'm just completely outpacing this guy. I'm almost 4,000 gold ahead, by the way. After Baron, I will be by 4,000 gold ahead, actually. Yeah, so after Baron, he is 11.2, I am 15.1, so we'll say I'm 4,000 gold ahead. Even though it's 3.9k, I know. Or sorry, 3.85k. Or no, 3.95k, but I'll say 4,000. Next item as well is going to be another needlessly large rod, because I want to go for Zhonya's here in case I get Skarner ulted again. And just hard stack more and more and more and more AP. My team unfortunately did not wait until I was alive to finish that Baron, otherwise I would have had another plus, what is it, 40 AP from Baron buff. Unlucky that I don't get that there. I believe it's plus 40. Lucian actually has plus 46, so I guess it's plus 46 AP off of Baron. So back for needlessly large right here, I have 597 AP non-ulted, absolutely massive number. Death cap pass is gonna be 152 without the R, 140 off the item. I see teams are posturing here around this area. Echo goes in, I W the Silas, he's on his immediately, and this poor Soraka just panic ults immediately. They turn to focus me, but watch her health bar just burns to poison. I have 736 AP, 187 with my ultimate off the death cap, plus 140 off the item. 777 when Amelia heals me, but I didn't even get Amelia heal that fight. But like, watch how the Skarner comes through the wall. They know I'm gonna bum rush the Soraka, they know I am. And so instead of Skarner trying to like dive my backline, Lucian even walks into him. Instead of him doing that, watch, he just turns around, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for the Singe. But this Soraka just is burning, man. It's so satisfying actually doing damage on Singe. Like, yeah, I need a lot of items to get to this point, but once you get there, it's crazy. One thing I'm debating on with this build is, should I be going Deathcap third instead of Riftmaker third? Just to spike the AP harder at that point, but like, the amount of AP that you get from getting Riftmaker third versus Deathcap third is pretty comparable. I think anyways, I might test it on a custom game, I'm not completely sure, but that could be something of value there to consider, and then just slam Riftmaker fourth, but we'll see. The full build would have been a Zhonya's there last, prioritizing super heavy AP. For the purpose of this game, I ended up with a 44 CS lead over the Skarner. I have 16.7k gold. He has 12.3. So I have like a 4,500 gold lead over him, which is fucking crazy. And then in terms of damage, I forget exactly, but let's check the damage. Where's my webcam? Sorry. Where's my webcam? Where's my webcam? Where's my webcam? Here's the webcam. So let's check the damage. Yeah, I had 11k more damage than him. I had the second highest damage on my team, third highest in the game. Absolutely crazy considering that I bought a tank item first. Just pressuring, macroing tier 2 turrets, tier 3 turrets, playing around my ultimate cooldown when I can, just getting big value. Their team at the highest lead, they had a 3,000 gold lead until I started just crushing them in fights. So very big, very good, very cool. Huge scaling build. Ended up having 6,500 demolish value. I think I could have sworn I had more than 16k or 1.6k demolish damage. It's really weird that it was like 1.6k. I'm pretty sure I had more, or sorry, grasp damage, but I guess I in fact did not. Yeah, it's super weird. Like, I'm not sure why. Here, let me go back in the replay. That doesn't seem right. There's no way that's correct, right? That can't be correct. 1.6k. I could have sworn I had more than that. Huh, I guess it was accurate. Oh well. Also, this number that Overgrowth shows is not the full total health that you're actually getting. This 291 is just the amount that I get from farming. Or sorry, just the amount that I get from like the flat amount. The 3.5% does not actually show in this number right here. So I'm actually getting way more than 294 HP here, considering I have 4.6k health. How much health did Skarner have? He had 5.6k. He had more health than me, but I also get health, which gives tons of value, so yeah, big damage, big scaling, really nice setup. Let's look at turret damage. I think that's an important stat to look at for this, obviously. Damage to turrets. I had 14,000 damage to turrets, pretty massive. Warmog does not count for healing done. It would be hilarious if it did. Self-mitigated damage, I had the third highest, sorry, self-mitigated in the game. Skarner's obviously gonna have way more self-mitigated. He builds tank items, so it just makes sense. My mitigation comes from my ultimate only, essentially, with this setup. Until I could go Jack Show, but I feel like AP is just so valuable currently in the meta because the meta is just going to be higher damage oriented right now. So yeah, pretty nice, pretty good stuff. Loving it overall. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on this build as I continue to play it. I think it's super fun. Catch you the next one. Peace, guys.